And Helen Wagaki was Shori is in the building. Welcome to the show, Helen.
Thank you so much, Mikali.
You know, last week you took us through the emotions. Oka to fanya to scare you know, and we moved with you, even as you told us your story. You know, 14 years being in an abusive relationship is not easy. You know, getting married at a very young age to the first man that you met who told you, I love you.
Yeah.
You got married to that when you met in church, but then it was not easy. It was physical abuse. 4 children later, 14 years later, you decided to leave, and it wasn't easy. You kept living,
yeah,
and akufata. You even had to fake a pregnancy that wasn't there.
Sure.
For him to be like, ai hapa ni kama wacha tu niwache.
Nimechezwa.
So we left it at that point.
Yeah.
Where he's now ametoka kabisa.
And I would want to put this one across,
yes,
Mwikali, that I told you that a toxic relationship is not the best thing for the whole setup.
That is true.
For the children, for the partner who is toxic, and the other one.
Yes.
So at some point, when I was almost moving out, I was pushed by my babies.
What do you mean?
Yes. I was called in school, and I was told that my firstborn daughter is contemplating suicide because she cannot study in school. She's thinking, mama anachapwa nyumbani.
Oh my God.
The two of them are in a boarding school. So when I went, I picked them. We went to a hotel somewhere. Then I asked them, I would want you to tell me your hearts. So they told me, Mom, if you're not going to leave, or if Dad is not going to leave our house, we will not come home for holiday. You have to pay for us some money to remain in school.
What?
So I had to choose my babies.
Your children pushed you,
yes,
to leave?
My children.
Because they couldn't stand the pain.
They could not stand the pain. Because they were already intoxicated also.
Yes.
They could fear for me, for my life. So, Mwikali, the environment is not good. Today I will not dwell so much on my past.
Yes.
Because I would wish also to thank my ex-husband. Because were it not that he took me to such a turmoil, I could not be here today.
That is true.
Whatever I am carrying, whatever I am birthing, it is because of the result of the toxicity. He really pushed me. At some point I told him, now masikio yangu yameja, I cannot hear anymore. I became resistant. So angeongea tu na nisikie kama ni kitu tu inawika. I could see as if it's a shadow. I was already fed up.
Yes.
That's why I told you, when I was coming out, I was totally healed. I was totally healed, and I was trying to think of how I can start something that can be able to talk to people, to women and men.
Yeah.
Marriages are not for dead people.
No.
They are not for depressed people.
No.
Dead people cannot get married. At some point, I was dead emotionally.
Yeah.
The person you are seeing now is not that person.
Even
if you could compare,
pictures,
yes.
Even the pictures, you look totally different.
Yes. Some people, I also didn't know that I was beautiful. At some point, I used to take selfies thinking I'm okay. But when I had a comparison, nikajua hapa kulikuwa na shida. I think I was a walking dead.
Yeah.
And I could not feel as if I'm married. Nobody appreciated me. I used to work so hard to make this family work. But he kept on. Ananigandamiza sana. I didn't have a right as a woman, as a human being, not even as a woman. I'm a human being, for God's sake.
Yes.
I didn't have a right, as in, I want to go to a fellowship. No, you won't go. Because before, when we got married, he kept on telling me the ladies or the women, we are inferior. So it was in him that we are. I'm a less being. Yes. And I remember he used to tell me, he used to quote the Bible so much that God will not send another Moses to me. He's the Moses who was sent to me.
Oh my goodness.
So he was not supposed to listen to anyone. I tried looking for counseling, but I remember when I introduced him to a counselor through my friend and his friend also, tuliprank ndio aende counseling. Because I used to tell him, naona kama hatuendi vizuri. Can we go for counseling? Ananiambia, wewe unaona kama mimi ni mwenda wazimu. So when we pranked and he went for a counseling, after the 5th session, he expected me to change. It was not him to change.
Oh.
So he comes and tells me, hata hizo counseling, ni wewe ulipanga mkiwa na furani. So there's nothing I can see. There's nothing, you are not changing anything. So I was the problem.
Yeah.
Because I would want to put this point across that toxic people always play victim. Hakuna wakati atakubali ako na makosa.
Hapana.
So I used to carry all the burdens. Ni sawa, I'm sorry. But ananiambia no. I remember there is a time I went down on my knees. Kitambo, I think it was 2010. Then he told me, wake up, this is a blackmail. I didn't know how to say sorry again. I'm on my knees. He's telling me it's a blackmail.
How are you supposed to say
So how am I supposed to say sorry?
Mm.
So when it mounted and mounted, I became resistant. I became tired. And I started looking for my freedom. He told me that a married woman cannot have freedom. I am entitled to my husband. And he's the authority.
Yes.
So as long as he's alive, I don't have freedom. I cannot go for family gatherings at my place. I remember I didn't go to bury my shushu, who I am named after. I used to lie to him. When I used to go somewhere, I must lie to him. So the environment was not good at all.
So at the point where now you've decided to take the reins of your life and you're in charge now, and your children have told you you need to go, or he needs to go, otherwise you lose us to him. Did you ever go back? That was it. That was the wake-up call for you, and you were like, Imeisha.
That was it.
That was it.
When my children told me, and when I assessed, na nikaona ile stress watoto wako nayo, then I hear of a suicide case from my daughter. It really broke my heart. And you know, I was not living because as every other woman is not living, or a man is not living, because of this public
society. Inakuangalia unaenda wapi?
Not even the society. The biggest problem now
was what?
Is the church. What will the church say? I got married in church. I'm a born-again Christian. I need to fake that we are okay. I need to walk in that church after receiving some blows in the morning, and it is a Sunday morning. Then I walk to church. He's the one preaching. Then he says, and my wife is with us here. Can you stand up and say hi to
lovely
the
wife,
faithfuls?
Lovely wife.
Bwana asifiwe. Mimi ni Mrs. Fulani. It was fake. I hate fake things, Mwikali. Because fake things do not last. Even if they stay for 50 years.
They don't.
They don't last.
So when you stepped out and now you are in the journey of helping other people heal, when did you know that you were called to do that, that was your purpose now? Because, I mean, you had to be in a space where you fully understand the situation you are in and how bad it is, and now be able to see that kuna wengine wengi wako kama mimi. kwa sababu ya kanisa hawatoki, kwa sababu ya familia hawatoki, kwa sababu wajiamini hawatoki.
Mwikali, even before I started Reconnect,
Yeah.
because that is where I'm coming from. When I was in that toxic marriage, I helped so many women. In fact, they really followed me last time. And they're the one who reminded me that I helped them. I didn't even remember that, Helen, you did this to me. My husband left me after we got our firstborn through cesarean. I remember that lady. I think it was 2014 or 2015.
Thereabouts.
And the lady was through CS. After 3 days, the husband has left. I have stood with so many women. They can testify. Yeah. But before I came out, I was thinking, why do we have to fake things? Because of church. Are we supposed to be religious or are we supposed to be spiritual? Yeah. What are the intentions of God in a marriage? And you know, I respect pastors and bishops and the men of God and women of God so much. In fact, I'm spiritual also.
Yes.
And I'm a believer.
Yes.
But when you take us to the altar and you tell us that death shall separate you. So, as long as you are alive, you have to die there. Sometimes we feel cheated because so many people enter marriages very naive, very innocent. They don't know what is inside there. Even those who will get married this Saturday, they don't know the truth. So I started brainstorming with my mind that I must do something. I must be different. I must not come share my story, then end it there.
Yeah.
I want to tell people the experience of a marriage. I want to tell people what kills marriages. Because mine died because of ego. Someone alijigonga kifua. Akasema mimi ni mwanaume. But when we are getting married, it is not that I'm getting married to him. We are getting married. It is not one person's affair.
Yes.
It is we meet at the center, we marry. And because both of us are created in the image of God, no one is bigger than the other. Of course, the husband is the head of a home. Yes. Is the head of a family. But remember, the Bible says in the book of Ezekiel that that Jesus is the head of the church and he loves the church the way it is. Look at the church of today, and we are the church. And the Bible says we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But there's no one point that God said, staki hii kanisa, nataka hii. Hawa wamefanya hivi, nataka hawa.
Yes.
So the husband is told to love the wife as Christ loves the church. So with my weaknesses, with my strength, you're supposed to love me. Show me that love. Show me that I'm not supposed to be strong. You're supposed to work on my weaknesses. Then when you work on my weaknesses in true love, with commitment, responsibility, self-control, and character, submission will come automatically. It is a two-way traffic. So I decided I will talk about marriage. I will coach people. I will coach the young generation.
Yes.
How to enter into relationships. How to enter into marriages. Because I cannot sit here and wait to walk my daughters down the aisle and go through the same experience as mine. Why we are in this turmoil is because our parents faked that everything is okay. Mwanaume alikuwa anaingia kwa boma, all of us, watoto, mama, wote wako hapa. So we thought it was like that. It is like that. So we took from them. I have never seen my mother beaten. May they rest in peace. But I didn't see any fight or any alarm. But you see how our mothers used to fight us, used to beat us. It is because of that bitterness from their husbands and the bitterness from their wives. So we inherited the same. And the Bible says in the book of Exodus that there are generational curses.
Yeah.
So we have not broken that chain that women must be weak, women must be beaten. Can you imagine? A grown-up is beating a grown-up. How now? So I said, I have gone through this marriage.
Yes.
It is an experience I have not read in books. I am a marriage counselor through experience. I can be able to coach my daughters. I can be able to coach my son. But that is not enough. I need to coach your son. I need to coach your daughters. Because I don't know who my daughter will bring to me. I cannot keep quiet and wait for a guy to come and say, I want your daughter for hand in marriage. I want your son's hand in marriage. But I don't know how or which family they are coming from. So I decided I will start Reconnect. Yeah. And before we coach the new generation, because we cannot afford to lose another generation. Our generation is already lost. The water in marriage is bitter. Everybody is crying. Everybody is talking about, I'm a single mother. But let me tell you, Mwikali, those single mothers, they had husbands. Where are those husbands? They are hiding somewhere. Yeah. We only talk about single mothers. We don't talk about single fathers. One day, those ladies like me were married. I became single because we parted ways with a man. So we have to accept that marriages in our generation are sour. Yeah. They are bitter.
Absolutely. And we are going to pick that up after this very short break. The question for you today is, have you experienced toxicity in your relationship, in your marriage? Have you been able to navigate it? Are you seeing signs and you do not know what to do? We have Helen in studio who will be answering all of your questions. Share your experiences with us, your questions with us, how to deal when you're already in that toxic, violent, abusive relationship or marriage. 111 444 111, that is our SMS line. We're going to be answering all of that after this short break. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali on Family Circle today. We continue a conversation that we started last week with Helen, and we're talking matters, abusive marriages, getting out of them. And this led Helen to open Reconnect Media. And we were just talking about how the marriages right now are very toxic. It's bitter in there. And you mentioned something very important, is because we picked up from what happened in the generations that passed, that as a woman unanyamaza tunavumilia usionyeshane kaa. So unakaa saizi but bado unaumia, unateseka. And Reconnect Media is here to just coach and help people.
Yes, Reconnect is here to just help and coach young adults. And before I go to Reconnect, I want to put this point clear that it is good we take our vows to church, but pastors and men and women of God, we try and make sure that we talk about hardships in marriges. What
boldly.
Yes, with black and white, in black and white. Because when you tell us that we will part ways when death comes, someone decides to become death as from day one. Anakuua pole pole. Pressure. Depression comes. Diabetes comes as a result of stress and depression, blood pressure. Then finally, the real death comes. So you talk about he or she died because of diabetes, but where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
Yes, it is the highest point now. Before pastors join people in church, they sit them down and tell them the truth, the naked truth about marriages. Because the rate at which Christians are divorcing, it's very high. It is, I think, 38%. The Muslims and the Hindus are below 10. Why? Where did we go wrong as Christians? Now we have Reconnect Family Media.
Yes.
I'm the president of Reconnect Family Media. I'm the founder. And Reconnect is coming to coach young adults on relationships and marriages.
Okay.
I would want to give an example with my daughters.
Okay.
I started coaching my daughters at the age of 6 and 7. I remember there's a time we used to talk about boyfriends freely with my daughters. I think the firstborn was in class 5. And the father asks, unaambia watoto nini wewe? Yes, I told them in his presence, I have a boyfriend. I have so many boyfriends. Yes, I wanted to put this point across, that the way I was brought up, I was told that if I stand kwa barabara na kijana, nitashika mimba. That was a very bad lie.
Yes, it was a very common statement. It was said a lot, yes.
So I don't want to bring up my children the same. I told them plainly, I have boyfriends. Because I have a lot of men we work with, my neighbors, they are all my friends and they are boys.
Yes.
What is wrong with that? I told him, because he was there, you are my husband. You are the father of these children. But you're not my boyfriend. I have other men. And I want these daughters to understand that boys are not enemies. They are not devils. Unakumbuka tukiwa shule, tulikuwa tunafanya kiti hivi. Usipite hapa. Usipite hapa. We cannot continue with such stupidity. We are learned. We need to tell our children the truth plainly, like this, in black and white, that boyfriends, they will come. You have to play with them. You are with them in school. Then you graduate slowly by slowly. Because in our society right now, our sons and daughters have become sexually active at the age of 10 and 9.
Yep.
Why? We refused to call a spade a spade.
They found out themselves.
They found out themselves. Social media is there. Internet is here. They have discovered everything. Now, I gave birth to Reconnect, and Reconnect is coming from the word connection. For example, if one of these wires, or you get an electric voltage, there must be something that disconnected.
Yes.
So that is how we disconnected with our lives. When I, as Helen, got married to Mr. So-and-so, I disconnected with my dreams. I stopped dreaming. I became a wife and a mother, simple. Nikasahau, I was taken to school by my parents to be able to help myself, to reach my dreams. I killed my dreams, I disconnected with my dreams, and I connected myself with his dreams. That is where we lost it. That is where we are losing it. Because right now, I'm educating my daughters and my son to become prominent people. I'm not educating them to become anybody's wife or husband. Yes, I want to empower them.
Absolutely.
And I don't want them to reach a point that when my daughter gets married, that she stops becoming ambitious in life. She starts now cooking for the husband, washing clothes.
And that is what her life is all about.
Life all about women.
Yeah.
I don't know where this came from. And I need someone to tell me where it is.
Make us understand.
Yes, in the Bible, that I'm supposed to wash his clothes. I'm supposed to cook for him. I'm supposed to iron, and he's supposed to come sit down there and take a remote. Na leta ile, rudisha pale. I don't know. That is not submission. And it is, if it's that is submission, then I need someone to make me understand.
We have
Yes.
a couple of questions here for you, Helen.
Yes.
So Lydia from Bungoma says, I'm stuck in that kind of a relationship. My story is exactly related to yours. Nimeshindwa how nita move out. Niko na watoto wadogo. I've tried, but it's not working out. Nifanyeje?
She's Lydia.
Yes.
I'm not here to break people's marriages.
No.
I'm here to give marriages lives. And I'm here to revive marriages. By the way, Mwikari, I'm an ambassador of marriages, that they can work.
Huh?
Yes, they can work through character, responsibility, self-control, and commitment.
Yes.
Those 4 brings love. So for Mwikali, for Lydia, you have to choose you first. Not your children, not your husband. And if it's not working, it is not working. It is black and white. It is not working. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Don't kill yourself for something that is not working.
Okay. Okay.
Because you will end up losing even yourself. You will die. Nobody becomes a hero or a heroine trying to fight for a marriage. That she fought so much, she died there fighting. What for? Why have we lost you?
Yeah.
The society needs you.
That's true.
Lydia cannot be owned by that man alone. We need her. The society needs her.
That's true.
Helen was owned by someone. And whatever you are hearing from me, it could not be heard if I remained there.
That is true. Or if you were dead, would we sound of Reconnect?
Of course.
That is true.
Everybody, Mwikali needed me for such a show. Kiambu people needs Helen. And that is why I woke up and I asked myself, what are you doing?
Kuna mtu anasema, whatever you are talking about just reflects me. Nimepitia a lot in marriage, but when I received Christ, another strength in me awoke. I glorify my God for every single day in my life.
Yes.
And someone else says, hello, I've been married for 7 years, but the last 4 years, I have caught my habit cheating with other women, not once, but many times. Right now, I depend on him financially. What should I do? Mary from Nakuru.
Mary, wake up. Start cooking mandazis. Hawk fruits. Empower yourself.
That's true.
Don't
Whatever
wait
it
for a
takes.
man to bring you something in your house. You see, when men make you housewives,
Yes.
or the stay-at-home mothers, you depend on them fully, so he can turn you around the way he wants.
Yes.
Mwikali, I started washing women's feet in Gong. I used to carry water. They can testify with a jerry can, and I wash them their legs, and I nawapaka cutex vizuri sana. Then they give me 300.
Kapedicure hivi
Yes,
kadogo.
kapedicure kadogo. And I empowered myself from such a point. There's so many, Mary, you can do.
Yes.
Stop sitting down there and waiting for that man. I don't want. You see, I told another lady, if you weigh your marriage, you see, what is bigger? Is it the good side or the bad side? If the good side is bigger, then we can be able to save this marriage. We can be able to help you. How I can be able to from where I sit, I can be able to help such a woman on how to rekindle the fire of that marriage. And I have done it for so many. And I told one of them, you are the one who is toxic. And she agreed. Today, she's very happy, and the marriage is working. The husband is so happy. So not all men are bad. But then let me put this one across. Nobody is bad. No man is bad, and no woman is bad. But when you meet with the right person, it goes on well. But when you meet with the wrong person, and you know, the desire of God in marriage is that you marry his desire, not your desire. When you marry your desire, ni ile wewe uliona, utakipata. And that is what I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Our final question before I let you go. I'm Gracie, 21 years old, and I have a baby boy. But the father didn't take the responsibility. I found a man who had married but is separated. Am I taking the right step?
You might be taking the right step or the wrong step. Listen to your inner self. And because we don't want to expose anyone, it's good people to reach me through my inbox.
Yes, please.
Through Reconnect Family Media.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group that I have started so that we can be able to rekindle the fire in marriages and salvage those we can be able to save and help those who are coming into marriages. Don't allow your daughter or don't allow yourself to get married before you get a coach to tell you what is inside there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And before I let you go, lazima uambie watu wa Kiambu County kakitu. Tunaingia elections.
Yes.
Mwenyewe unataka kugombea kiti. So
yes.
This is your camera, Helen.
So good morning, Kiambu County. This is Helen Wagaki Washuri. I'm the President, Reconnect Family Media. I'm humbly requesting for your support. Naomba kura zenu wana Kiambu kama women representative wenu. And I want to encourage women to support one another. Women, sisi ni wengi sana. Tukikubali tu kusema tutasupport Helen, Helen ataingia pale. Na I don't want to kill my dream to have a rescue center for women and men and youths who have sunk in toxic relationships. That is where I'm coming from. So mkinikubalia nitawaongoza na ninaomba munisupport. Kutoka pale Ruiru, Kamakis, hapo ndio ninaishi. And na serikali yangu ni ile ya kutoka pale chini tukisonga juu.
Asante sana, Helen. I wish you all the very best. And thank you for coming through and walking this journey with all the people that need the help that you're offering. Asante.
Karibu Mekali.
Great. Before we go on a break, I just want to put a smile on your face. Now, remember I had some goodies a while back? Well, I still have some more today because Rock Industries will come through. Now, this is a leading manufacturing company based in Kenya. They produce household plastics, candles, barbed wire, chain links, among other products. Their products are made with high-quality raw materials for an excellent product at an affordable price, and the customer always comes fast when Rock Industries is concerned, and they believe that your satisfaction equals to success. So today, I am giving out household products courtesy of Rock Industries, and all you have to do is tell us some of the quality products that you have gotten from Rock Industries, and you have those products in your house. Just let us know what products those are, and we will get to give you a chance to walk away with some. So 111 that is our SMS line. Tuandikie ukona vitu gani kutoka Rock Industries. We'll be right back after this break.